So first up, Phoebe, you say there's a great way to eat our Brussels sprouts raw.
Yes, you can see I have them pre-shredded right here, and you can find them in the store that way if you want to save a little bit of time. But I'm just going to show you how easy it is with a sharp knife really quickly. So they have a little bit of a knobby end. They come on these massive stalks, but this is how you find them most of the time in the store. So you just want to trim the bottom off, and then if you have any kind of grody outer layers, you can just peel them off. And once you have kind of your clean sprout, just take your knife, thinly slice these guys, and then you can just pull them apart, and they really form these gorgeous little ribbons. And so for this, I like, for the raw preparations to really douse it in a beautiful acidic vinaigrette. So we're gonna make this lemon poppy dressing really quick. That is so delicious. I have fresh lemon juice here. We've got a little bit of honey and Dijon mustard, not honey mustard, but the two things separately, get that in there. Some minced shallots, which will give it a great kind of zippiness, and then our poppy seeds, great for fiber, and a little bit of salt. And we're just gonna mix these together. I kind of have a whisk on the side, which is probably a smarter thing to use for your dressing. And then once that's incorporated, you can just stream in your oil. Whenever you're making a vinaigrette, you always wanna do this really slowly so it incorporates and emulsifies. And then once it kind of takes, you can do it a little bit faster. So in addition to the Brussels sprouts, I have a head of radicchio, which I think gives a gorgeous, gorgeous purple color. So I'm just gonna pour this dressing down over my salad, toss it up, and then we are gonna garnish with some pomegranate seeds and some pumpkin seeds, both really great fall staples and add tons of nutrition to the salad. But you can see how gorgeous that is color-wise.
That is a work of art there, Phoebe.
I know. And then here, let's get that crunch in there, and then the yummy, yummy pomegranate seeds. So lots of color going on. I would just transfer this to a platter, and there you have it.
And so good for you. All right, next, Phoebe, you have a wild way to incorporate sprouts into a hearty rice. Tell us about that.
I do, and I have it right here. Wild rice, again, packed with fiber. I feel like everyone always talks about brown rice. Wild rice doesn't get its moment in the spotlight, but it is a totally underrated grain. So we boiled that until it was al dente for about 40 minutes. And then while that was being cooked, we roasted Brussels sprouts, kind of halved. You can see they get that gorgeous color on them. Butternut squash, chickpeas, some shallots or red onion, toss it all together. And then the kicker here is this ginger walnut dressing. It's a knob of fresh ginger, just a handful of walnuts, and then you puree it up with a little bit of Dijon, again, different acids, so cider vinegar, a little bit of lime juice. And it's really, really interesting. I'll be curious to see what you think when you make it at home, because I know you will.
I will. I'll try it. All right, yum. Finally, this one I'm excited about. You can turn Brussels sprouts into latkes, like potato pancakes. I love potato pancakes.
Me too. Yeah, so you can actually make latkes out of any shredded vegetable. I won't say any shredded vegetable, but Brussels sprouts, as you can see from their shredding, lends itself really well. So it's a simple recipe. You can use any type of flour. I use gluten-free white rice flour, and then I put a sliced leek in there, which is kind of, looks very similar to the shredded Brussels sprouts. And then I just pan fry them in avocado oil, and as you can see, they look exactly like a normal latke, but are made with Brussels sprouts. And you can serve with a variety of dipping sauces. I like making this anchovy aioli. Anchovy is also probably in need of like a PR spin, but I think it's totally delicious, and even more of those omega-3s on the plate.
Wow, that does sound delicious with that little anchovy aioli. Wow.
Yeah.
Listen, Phoebe, you are onto something with Brussels sprouts. Thanks so much.
Thank you for having me.
See you soon. For more information on all these super sprout recipes, go to our website at thedoctorstv.com